How's it going, everyone? Today we're going to be covering the new Orbment system and Kuro no Kiseki. If you haven't seen my video covering the new battle system, then I do recommend watching that either before or after this one, as the new Orbment system and the new battle system are heavily linked in this title. And some terms that will be mentioned in this video, such as S-Boost and deploying the shard, are covered in depth in that video. I'll be sure to leave a link for you in the video description below. Alright, so from the main menu you want to hit square. That will bring up the Orbment screen, and from here you can get a broad overview of each character's Zypha. The Zypha is the 6th generation of Orbment device. It is the successor to the Arcs 2 that was used in the Cold Steel series as well as in Hajimari no Kiseki, and it is also a successor to the Ramda device, which was used by the Calvardian Hercules group in Cold Steel 4. So looking at this screen, starting from the top, we can see which holocore the currently selected character has slotted into their Zypha. The holocore is essentially an AI program that is meant to assist the Zypha user in battle. It does this by giving out advice based on the situation. However, as the player, what we are most concerned with are the bonuses a holocore provides us in battle, but we'll get to that momentarily. Below the holocore, we have the Quartz lines, starting with the weapon line, the shield line, the drive line, and the extra line. We'll get to the importance of these lines in a moment, but first let's return to discussing holocores, which can be changed and examined in more depth by hitting triangle. From here, you are given more information on the currently equipped holocore, such as how much magic power and max EP it provides the equipping character. Below that, you can see the holocore's S-Boost ability and the bonuses it provides. Unlike with Master Quartz from past games though, the only bonuses from a holocore that a character gains by simply equipping it are the magic power and max EP bonuses. The bonuses provided by the holocore's S-Boost ability only activate when a character uses S-Boost during command battle, and only remain active for the duration of the S-Boost. If you want to change a character's equipped holocore, you can do so by hitting the circle button on this menu, which will bring up a list of all holocores you currently have access to. It should be noted though, that the Maya holocore and all of its iterations can only be used by Vaughn. Every other holocore, however, can be used by any character, including Vaughn himself. Now, if you wanted to change the voice of the holocore you currently have equipped, the one that's going to play out during battle, or you just want to get rid of it, you can do so by hitting square from this menu. This will give you the option to either have the voice on, have the voice off, or change it to any other voices you may have from DLC. In my case, I currently have Latoya Hamilton, and Rem Bright. Both of these were given out as free DLC. But again, if you don't want it, you can always hit off and it'll turn it off. This will make it be off throughout the menus, because the holocore will talk to you during menus sometimes, and it will make it turn off in battle so you don't have to hear it talking to you if you don't want to. Now that we've taken a look at holocores, let's back out and move on to Quartz and Quartz lines, which you can access by hitting circle on this screen. Thanks, Maya. From here, you can move up and down through the different lines on the Zypha, and then left and right to select a slot to put a Quartz in. As you switch between lines, you will also notice a list of abilities that pop up each time you change lines. These are shard skills, and each line has its own set of shard skills that a character can gain access to depending on what Quartz they have slotted into the slots on that particular line. For example, CP Charger 2, which I currently have highlighted, provides a 100% chance to restore some CP after a command battle, but it can only be activated on the extra line. Shard skills from each line do follow a pattern though. Weapon line skills provide offensive-oriented effects such as extra elemental damage on hit when using normal attacks, crafts, and S-crafts. Shield line skills are defensive in nature, reducing incoming damage or allowing the character to survive fatal damage. Drive line skills are similar to weapon line ones, except they trigger when using arts. And extra line skills provide other miscellaneous effects such as auto-buffing the character whenever you deploy the shard, or other passive effects such as CP Charger that trigger at the end of a command battle. So how do you actually activate these shard skills so that they can be used in battle? Well, the answer to that lies in the elemental cost associated with each shard skill, which can be seen on the right hand side of a skill's description box. Continuing to use CP Charger 2 as an example, I can see that I need 9 fire and 9 wind element in order to activate this shard skill. and the way you get these elements is through the different quartz you slot into these slots on a given line. If you look down at the bottom in the information section, you will see all of the info pertaining to whatever quartz you currently have highlighted. For example, the currently highlighted quartz increases physical damage the higher the equipped character's HP is. But for the purposes of slots and shard skills, what we care about are the element of the quartz and its elemental value. This particular quartz element type is fire, and it provides 6 fire element and 4 time element. It's this 6 fire and 4 time that is important for activating shard skills. By having this quartz socketed into a slot on the extra line, I already have 6 of the 9 fire element necessary to activate CP Charger 2. The elemental type of a quartz comes into play when looking at restricted slots. If we move over 2 slots here, we can see that this slot is restricted to Earth. You can tell a slot is restricted as the spot where the slotted quartz name appears will be the color of the element that slot is restricted to. This slot restriction is nothing new to the Kiseki series, but restricted slots are actually quite useful this time around. The main reason being that the elements a quartz provides are doubled in restricted slots. Looking at the Tauros quartz that I have slotted into this earth restricted slot, we can see that it normally provides me with 5 earth and 3 wind. However, since this is a restricted slot, it actually provides 10 earth and 6 wind. So if we look at all this together, we can see that this far left one provides me with 6 fire, the one beside it provides me with 5 fire, giving me 11 of the 9 that I need to unlock a CP Charger. Because Tauros is in a restricted slot, its 3 wind is actually 6 wind, which gives me 6 of the 9 that I need. And then this final one, which is a critical strike 3, provides me with another 6 wind, giving me 12, fulfilling all the conditions I need to unlock CP Charger 2. Making use of restricted slots like this, and keeping track of what elements your quartz provides you, is key to making sure that your characters are performing to the best of their abilities in battle. Finally, the last important thing to look at are the arts a character has access to, which can be accessed by hitting R1 on this screen. Here below the hollow core, you can see a character's currently equipped arts driver. Arts drivers are acquired throughout the game either by finding them in chests, getting them from side quests, or purchasing them from shops. Each driver has what are called active arts. These are a set of arts tied to that arts driver and they cannot be changed. However, you can change a character's currently equipped arts driver at any time by hitting circle, which brings up a list of all the arts drivers you currently own. The arts driver is what determines what arts a character has access to, and while you may not be able to change the active arts for a given driver, you can change the arts found in a driver's custom slots. Depending on the driver, the number of custom slots will differ, but these allow you to customize what arts your characters have access to. Normally, in order to change the arts that you have equipped in a custom slot, you do need to go to an Orbal store. However, after progressing through the game, you do gain the ability to do that from this menu right here by pressing R2. This will give you the ability to open up slots, or what we're interested in, plugins. It's actually these plugins that serve as the arts that you put into the custom slot. So you would select this, select the character, this would bring you to their custom slots, you would select one of them, and then you can change the plugin, which in turn changes the art that you have equipped there. You can get these plugins by purchasing them, finding them in chests, getting them from side quests, and you can also get them from the in-game achievement system as well. The only other thing to really take note of that was actually recently added is if you come back to this menu where you can select your quartz, you can actually press the options button, and this will bring up a list of almost all of the shard skills that are in the game. I say almost because it doesn't have any of the level 2 versions of these. So you can at least see what is required to get the base version of any shard skill in the game that you might be interested in grabbing. And that'll do it for this look at the new Orbment system in Kuro no Kiseki. Hopefully it's been helpful, or at least interesting for you, seeing how things have changed with this latest release. If you did enjoy the video, please be sure to leave a like and consider subscribing to the channel. And if you have any questions, you can always ask me in the comment section below, over on my Discord server, or over on Twitch, links to both of which can be found in the video description. Until next time, take care.